All right, guys, we got the deck lid outside. It's about 65 out. We're gonna try to beat the rain. There's a little bit of wind. We'll see what happens. I got one of these Contour 40 grit paint and rust remover. It's supposed to be really aggressive. It's supposed to work really well, but they cost $56 a drum, so it better work well. Because you look at it, you know, this drum's 56 bucks, right? I bought the rust converter that's on its way. That was like 24 bucks. So we're almost $80 in. And a new trunk lid costs just under 200. Now, we got to consider shipping as well, which would probably be about another 80 bucks. So, but we're keeping track, you know what I mean? Is the juice worth the squeeze? We're gonna find out. So let me get set up. Let's see how well this works. And you guys will see it in real time. Figured I'd bring you guys over and show you how it's doing so far. I had to turn sideways right here, as you guys saw, because of this curving up right here. And just try to get in here a little bit. I'm trying to go real easy and keep it where the metal stays cool. I'm just using the weight of the machine. I'm not pushing down, but it's okay. But as you guys can see, I can smell this. This is that putty glaze, you know, that red stuff. They glazed, I guess, the whole thing. I don't know if that's a common practice or not, but I mean, it's the glaze is the whole way across. So I don't know. So far, I got all this little, you can see the rust in there. So we'll see what's going on the rest of the way through and see if we can do anything with it. All right, so let me continue on. I just wanted to show you. So far, I guess it's okay. So far, so good, I guess. We'll see. All right, guys, the clock counter says we're 39 minutes and 44 seconds in. And it's, I mean, it's really tough to get off like this right in through here. It just doesn't want to come off. You don't want to push too hard. Let me show you. It's like, you know, this skin isn't on there. Look, you sit there and you push, you can feel it. So you got to be careful. It's really thin. And it's like, you know, it gets a little more rigid on the ends, but in through here, it's not real rigid. It is what it is. It's the deck lid, but so far, I'm telling you, I'm leaning towards, you know, it's you got to factor in your labor too. It's like, okay, so if I can do this one half in an hour with my pay, you know, around $40 an hour, that's just me. In a body shop that's $90 an hour, it isn't worth it. You buy a new deck lid, right? I don't know. We're still working that out. I know, I think I showed you guys already. You know, look at the pitting there. I mean, it's really thin. It gets thick right away, but it's really thin. We'll have to play with it. We'll see what we want to do. All right, we're just going to keep after it. We'll get it all stripped down, and then we'll decide what we want to do. All right, we got the rest of the day, and we already have the tools. It doesn't look like we used less than, you know, a tiny bit of the strip wheel. It's like it's not wearing down real fast, which is good. But again, I'm not pushing. I'm just letting the machine work. All right. So I don't know if it should be taking this off a little bit better or not. I think so. All right, I'll just keep going. All right, I've been giving it for a good 2 hours now. I'll tell you guys what, I never seen glazing putty used like this. It was the whole way across. The whole way across the deck lid. I'm perplexed. I don't know, is there anybody, people telling me, is that common practice or is that crazy? I don't know. But we're getting it slowly but surely. I guess the stripping wheel is only as good as what you're stripping. I'd say it's okay. It's not the greatest. I tried the regular grinding disc with the stripper on it. No, not much better. The orbital did okay, not great. So I'm just going to keep going, see how far I can get before it gets dark. All right. Luckily we had a second battery in the house. Actually we have 4 now. All right, I'll get back to you in a minute. All right guys, well, I brought the deck lid in. We lost all daylight. It's gone. We've been giving it since we got off of work. I mean, we've been going after this thing. I'd say we got it about 98% or so stripped down. The brown you still see, that's red oxide. They had red oxide, then they had mud. Then on top of the mud, they had the whole thing coated in glazing putty and thick glazing putty. I never seen anything, at least I think that's what that red stuff was, and it was thick. It didn't come right off. So I don't know, there's a lot of dings in this, so it's probably been through a hailstorm. Okay, we know that, probably, I guess. You can see the little dings everywhere, so it is what it is. These spots that you're seeing, these discolorations, that was just red oxide, and I took the acetone and been trying to wipe it off, and it's coming off, but it's still, I'm gonna have to recondition the metal. Maybe I'll put the 80 grit on there after I, you know, give us a good cleaning with the acetone and get as much of the red oxide off as I can. You guys see down here, there's a lot of dings right around here. I'm assuming there was a high spot they couldn't deal with and they just hit it in. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, I don't know. It's just pure speculation, but there was a lot of putty right here, and you guys can see how deep this one is. So I'm assuming that what was going on. I may have to just put filler back in there, I guess. I don't know. Open to suggestions. Maybe I can shrink the metal or something. I don't know. We'll think about it. We'll do some research. But yeah, there's a lot of rust damage down along here. You guys can see. I could probably just sit in here and clean it up and then try to put little welds and sand it back down. We'll give it a shot and see how it goes. But you got some more right here. These, I don't know if they were just mud covering up rust holes or if it's just more dings. So I got to finish digging that out. And you can see there's a little bit of rust there. And it's just pitted right here. But the worst of it's right here in this corner. So, I mean, I'll take a shot at fixing it. These are like 200 bucks. It'd probably cost another 130 or so. The freight's killing me. I mean, if I could find a local place that did panels, I might look around and see. I might just buy a new trunk lid. I mean, it's no big deal. I mean, 200 bucks ain't bad if you consider I spent 56 on the wheel to strip this thing, and another 20 something so far for the converter that I'm going to put on the other side. And then, you know, you figure all the other materials, not including my time, to try to straighten this out. So we'll think about it, but we're going to keep working on it for right now because it's here and we got it going. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is just finish up stripping this down, maybe and kind of peck at this during the week. I think I'm going to jump back on the 55. I want to get this roll bar job done. All right, you guys saw we put the safety hoop in last week, and I just want to finish the job out and get it done with. I bought one of these things. They're for the contour of the pipe. You know, they're really handy. I mean, there's all different kinds of ways. You can look on YouTube. You know, there's 100 different ways where guys will 45 them and grind them in. You got other guys like I like watching Tech Nick from the Philippines, man. They got all kinds of cool ways they do it, you know, with the math and everything like that, and making a template. But you know, this was I think $18 on Amazon, and you just snap it onto the pipe. But see, it opens up. Let me open it up for you. See, it opens up, and then you put it back on. All right, we would just have to make a benchmark, and you know, I guess use the split in this as with the benchmark that goes down. All right, so we got that going. I'm babbling now, but you guys get the gist. We'll go more into detail with that job. But the one thing that I'm gonna find really interesting is I gotta stage one of the seat frames, put it back in and bring a seat back out here and just get a measurement. They want the shoulder straps to be 10 degrees below your shoulders. So I'm thinking it's going to land right here at where, because you know you're going from this angle right to this angle, so the best place for me to put the crossbar would be right here. You know, you're talking about funky designs if I get down in here or up in here. So I'm thinking the crossbar is going to go right here where the transition is, but I just want to verify that, because 10 degrees is roughly like 3.5 to 4 inches below your shoulder. I was in a lot of those what is it, chat groups reading, and there's a lot of really knowledgeable guys, and just somebody else asking these questions a long time ago, and I'm just reading and getting all the answers to the questions I have. All right, so we'll get going on that. But that's where I'm at. We're gonna keep plugging along here in BW's garage. If you haven't yet, please hit the subscribe button. It could go a long way to supporting my channel. Plus, you might have some fun watching, a little entertainment, me running around doing stuff, and maybe even pick some knowledge up along the way. I'm learning as I go. Until next time, take care, everybody.